What's up, NASCAR 15 fans? David Land here, and we are returning to Michigan, the site of one of the most famous moments in this whole NASCAR 15 Let's Play, the moment where I crashed into victory lane. Will we do that again? You'll just have to wait and find out. But at the moment, we are going to take a look at the driver's standings, because after our victory at Watkins Glen, we've moved up to 21st in the point standings, but with 4 wins, we're pretty much golden for the chase. The points leader is now Brad Keselowski, once again taking over from Matt Kenseth. So let's take a look at how we qualified for Michigan and get this thing started. So Clint Boyer will start with the pole. Tony Stewart alongside him, teammates last year, not teammates in real life anymore because Tony Stewart retired. But as we go down through easy for me to say, through the rest of the field. Look where your favorite driver is. Where's my favorite driver? 42nd. I don't know why the qualifying pace is so bad, but once we got into final practice, I was able to drive around quite a few cars, so it's not as bad as it seems. So let's head over to Daryl and Mike and see if they have anything different to add to Michigan.
Welcome to Brooklyn, Michigan, not far from the shadow of the home of America's auto industry, for today's running of the Pure Michigan 400.
Mike, I'm a little more comfortable with going into the race today. We've got a no-good. We've got a race under our belt here. The race was exciting in the spring. Wait till you see what's going to happen here today. Aerodynamics and horsepower, big factors in the race today.
Darrell, they can run 5 and 6 wide here, but will they?
Yes, they will, Mike. I guarantee you. This track has really got a lot of grip in it, and the speeds are fast, and the boys are happy.
Along with California, it's the widest track on the circuit. 3 wide, no problem. 4 wide, commonplace. 5 wide, yeah, you'll hear that too.
Are they implying that this is going to be a pack race? I'm a little bit worried about that, but I felt my car had very good drivability with the setup, which I remembered to apply this time. So hopefully we'll be very competitive as we get ready to go here in Michigan.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go Moo-Town racing, boys and girls.
Oh dear. Daryl, why? Alright, you already saw we made a 4-wide move there on the start, even though a lot of those guys fell back that we passed. So now into turn 1 for the first time, we're going to see what kind of grip level we have. Not too bad. Car sparking on the bottom of the track, but not too bad. Again, we're hanging right with the pack, so very good at the moment. Going to see what we have here in turn 3, whether everybody checks up or not. I know we can run a bit of a high groove. It looks like we're getting a little bit of checking up as we head into the tri-oval. Regan Smith had a really good run to the inside. We're going to make a little bit of contact with him, but he's going to be able to pull around. Looks like Danica's kind of slow here. Dive to the inside. Make that move stick underneath Yaley as well, so gain 2 positions, but understeer on the exit and lose 3 positions. Lose all the positions I had just gained. Well, that was... Thought I had an amazing move pulled off there, and they're going to go real slow. So we'll drive around in the center lane here. Not too bad. Car feeling quite good through there. Car in the wall on the outside. They are 4 wide ahead. And Daryl and Mike's prediction is turning out to be a very prophetic one. As the pack is tight, the racing is tighter. So obviously turn 1 is tight as well. We were very tight off of there the last time, but this time looking much better as we get a good run off of Danica. Down the inside, they're still 4 wide ahead. Not sure where all those cars are going to go. Well, they're going to go right in my path, but look at the positions we're making up here. Down the extreme inside, into the grass even, but still 3 wide to the inside of Allgaier and Edwards. Man, this is some intense racing here. As we're still 3 wide, this time with Bain and Allmendinger. Maybe got on the throttle a little too early there. Ooh, but they are all going to slow up off of turn 2. We'll gain some more positions, move up about mid-pack. Get some draft off of Burton. And around the outside of Burton. Kind of hard to keep the outside groove working, though, because of the little bit of understeer we've developed, but not too bad. A little bit of inter-sponsor contact there between myself and Paul Menard, but we managed to not wreck. That would have been a very fluorescent crash, that's for sure. And we clear Menard into turn 1. So yeah, like I said earlier, we have a very good long run car. The speed was just not there in qualifying. But as we work into the race, we've driven up to a legitimate 16th place. And we just keep it moving. As Almirola was a little bit tough to pass there. I'm going to get into the outside wall. Greg Biffle's going to run into me just a little bit again. We managed to not have any trouble. This was NASCAR Heat Evolution. I would have been spinning and blowing over. Thankfully, you can have a little bit of side contact in this game without much trouble. All the way down to the white line. Just right around that just a little bit. Now we can finally maybe clear Almirola here down the back straightaway as we dive to the inside with Harvick to the outside. Another 3-wide move, but again, like they were saying in the intro, plenty of room to do that here, but Harvick's going to use that room as well, go around the outside. Here comes Gordon. He's going to block Harvick. So effectively, Gordon helped me out there by going slow off of turn 4, but still, see just a little bit of power disadvantage to the rest of the field. I fell behind Gordon and Harvick, but through the corners, my car is dynamite. I just took the wall a little bit there. We definitely got the Darlington stripe going on. We have to work back up to Vickers. We should be able to do it here in 3 and 4. I think we're way faster in 3 and 4 than everybody else. Tires are wearing just a little bit. Fuel mileage is looking okay. But it's definitely probably going to have to be a 4-tire stop when we come in and make the stop. Boyer's still leading the race. So he's led from pole position and presumably led all of the laps so far. And we're just kind of maintaining the gap right now. So Gordon back there, they're still fanning out 3 and 4 wide behind, but again, we don't have to worry about that. We're not in that. Car picking up a little bit of an understeer in the middle of the corner, but not too bad. Off of the 4th turn. In fact, it looks like we may run our fastest lap of the race here just by having a clean, unimpeded lap. Now it seems like Gordon's starting to catch back up a little bit, so we got to try to drive a little bit harder here. I grabbed the brake just a little bit there in the middle of the corner. Try to get the front end to turn a little bit more, which we seem to have done. Even though it's not quite a faster lap time than the last one, but again, tires are wearing, so your lap times are always going to be fading as you go through the stint when you're driving stock cars. But we're gained a ton through 3 and 4. It looks like we're going to be up a 10th on our fastest lap of the race. And indeed, just over a 10th of a second on that lap. If I could just get back to Vickers, we're going to take an extremely low line, which is just going to compound the understeer on the exit. That was a bad decision because I lost 2 tenths. Gained a 10th in the middle, but lost 5, half a second down the back straightaway. But it looks like we got cars coming into the pits. In fact, we have cars in the pits already, but it doesn't look like any of the leaders. But now that has changed. So can we make one more lap? This is actually for the lead here. Truex and Kenseth going very slow, and we're going to get around them. So can I make it an extra lap? I think I may be able to. After this one, I mean. So essentially 2 laps more than everybody else can go. Definitely looks like we're going to have the fuel to do it. So we move 2 tenths ahead of Truex. They should be coming into the pits this time around. So we're just going to stay in this middle lane, which seems to be a pretty decent lane for speed. And indeed, the rest of the field comes off into the pits. So we are going to lap a lot of guys here, including Clint Boyer. So there you go. Yeah, the crew chief can be concerned all he wants, but I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. I did lose 2 tenths there, 3 tenths, so bad exit off of turn 2. The exits of the corners here are so important for Michigan Speedway because of the fast nature of the track. So here we go into the pits, into the grass first. Get the brakes locked up. 55 miles an hour. Probably could have slowed down a little bit earlier for that. Oh well. All right, everything looking pretty good at the moment. 4 tires and fuel, routine stop, no adjustments. Feel like the car is quite good at the moment. And we'll see where we shake out here, waiting on the tires to come on. Paul Menard was just behind us. He made the same mileage that we did, so something about the Menard paint must give you good fuel mileage.
Nice pit stop right there, just like we
And out of the pits we go. We fall down the field quite a bit, actually, down to 14th. But again, fuel mileage-wise, we're right in the game. We'll see what we can do when we get up to speed here as we merge back into traffic. We've actually fallen a little bit. Well, not really, because Truex is back here. Truex came in just a lap before us. But now with fresh tires, we know we can outhandle these guys. And here we go. This is going to be the key to this one, is fresh tires. Look at how much time we're gaining on the rest of the field right now. And I should be able to set pretty easily my fastest lap of the race. See how much I get held up here as we go through and out of turn 2. Just a little bit of a holdup with Yaley, but we're going to go through the middle of Truex and Yaley. Again, room to do it. We're going to bully Yaley just a little bit to try to get position on Danica. And we do it. And to kind of get the car woed down there. Helio Castroneves is, whoa! Oh, poor Truex. I'm so sorry. Wow, I just wrecked Truex off of the corner. Well, yeah, I definitely came down into him. I was trying to get a run on Gordon, and then that's pretty high speed impact there. All right, we're going to make a track position call. We're going to stay out on this yellow flag. And, you know, we've got fuel mileage in hand at the moment. And we're just going to go for the lead if we can take it. We theoretically have fresher tires than the rest of these guys up in front of us. In fact, all the MWR cars and the Penske cars stayed out. It's Keselowski and Castroneves, and then the 3 MWR cars all on the bottom. That's interesting. Okay, the car is sliding through 1 and 2. Definitely trying to take a lot out of it here as we go. Whoa, we bounced off the wall there. Definitely some guys on fresh tires there. You can see going on through on the inside. Let's see what we can do here in turn 3. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. The Penske guys have taken the lead as we get way high in turn 4. Not quite where I wanted to be. Looks like the AI have really stepped up. They must have made some serious adjustments here on the restart. Car's sparking. We're just going to drive Allmendinger into the corner. Almost lose it ourselves. So many saves. Oh, that's not going to be a save. Well, darn. Well, we almost saved it. We really tried, but eventually we got hooked, and into the inside wall we went. But Kurt Busch actually was the one who brought out the yellow. All right, it was pretty clear from the last start that fresh tires are going to be the key to this thing. We're going to put 4 on. We're going to fix the car. We're adding a little bit of wedge to stop the oversteer we saw, and we're going to get back out there and hopefully go for the lead. All right, so we are going to be at the back, the actual back of the field. But we got half the race to go at this point, so not too bad. Here we go. Fresh tires. Well, I guess I forgot to put fuel in the car. That was stupid of me. Okay, well, we're going to have to work with less fuel, but I guess since we're getting such good mileage anyway, not going to have to worry about it, at least at the moment. So in turn 1 we go. Whoa, okay, that was aggressive. And we almost went around for it. Thankfully, everybody made it through. And we're good. So I guess I'll try the outside lane this time. That was a bit silly trying to go to the bottom. Okay, so fresh tires. I guess we're lighter on fuel, since I forgot to tell the pit crew to fill the car up. We'll gain a few positions here. It's pretty much what happened at the start of the race, where we're just going to be on better tires than everybody else and just be able to make moves. So we're trying to go around the outside. That ain't going to work. The car is understeering, and Gordon was able to get back underneath. But it looks like they're stacking up here into turn 3, so I know I can run the high line here. I guess you just kind of have to run low in 1 and 2, but then again, it's just not working. Not working all that well. Maybe gained a little bit of momentum off of the corner. We get to the inside of Menard, but not quite there. So way to the bottom. Turns 1 and 2. Biffle almost spun off of Blaney there. It looks like that, well, it wasn't faster than my fastest lap because Gordon went around the outside. I just saw lost time, not sure where I lost it. Gordon slows me up quite a bit in the entry of turn 3. Looks like a lot of guys are slowing up at the front. But it didn't quite slow the field up enough that I could actually come up here and pass him. And it feels like just a little bit down on power. It's going to have to be an upgrade I make when I have more money. And that's a decent move that doesn't pay off because we got crashed, and here we go. Well, at least we'll be able to get fuel. Another wreck off of turn 2. Would have worked out if Chase Elliott hadn't been there, but yeah, inside wall hit once again. Back into the pits, repairs, 4 tires, fuel. Everybody else is pretty much doing that. I think there's like 4 cars that didn't. We're taking the wedge adjustment out that we took the last time in because I feel like the car's too tight in traffic now. So back to the race we go. All right, so last place again. And we do something with this. Here we go. And we'll start the old field, of course. All right, ready to go. 15 laps to go. Here we go. And it looks like since we spun the wheels, we're going to not get the most amazing restart in the entire world. We'll see what we can do into the corner. Really loosen the back end up quite a bit going in. And not quite going to get there. We're just going to have to find a way into the pack here when they hit turn 3, because I know we can go faster in turn 3. So wide entry. Which lane is going to slow down? Looks like the inside lane. We're going to sweep down just a little bit, try to catch a draft, which we do. The inside of Biffle. We'll get 1 position here by turn 1 at least.
Doing great, man.
And that is going to be it. Because the rest of the field is going to really stack up here in turn 1. Get down the apron. That's something you can't do in NASCAR heat. And actually make a pass underneath Menard, hopefully. We're running definitely in a big-time pack here.
Good drafted, buddy, right there. Nice.
3 chicken tenders cars leading the race, too, which is kind of funny. All right, big move to the inside. Several cars were able to overtake there. And that is more like it. That is more like it. 3 wide. Yeah, well, that was our fastest lap of the race, so we've got the car handling quite well.
Closing up top.
And look at the field stack up there in turn 2.
Really good.
Wow. More and more cars going by the wayside. Can we save it? Thank you, Jimmy. Wow, that was close. That was very close. What happened there was I saw Brad Keselowski come up through the center of the pack,
First is leading by 3 seconds.
and we all ended up congregating on the exit. There's about 5 cars there, and the exit of turn 2 has about room for 3, I would say. So that's what happened, at least from my mind. I could have a foggy memory.
Car tucked in behind you.
We get down here in turn number 1, make a big move down the inside, just catch the white line. Underneath, just a little bit of a drift, a little bit more of a drift. We saved it again.
Watch your rear. 2 back, coming high.
But we did lose 4 positions on that one. Again, we're going to have to dive down to the inside. Just keep Waltrip behind us, because I know we were at one point racing him, as we've got a lot of cars coming into the pits, or just 2 cars. Reagan and Hamlin. It looks like Reagan is not in the 3 chicken tenders car, even though don't play on the railroad tracks kids car. Right down next to the yellow line. Castroneves gets a little bit squirrely.
Far out your door.
And we got into Stenhouse, but screw it, because he's still alive. Now to the inside of Allgaier. Can we get underneath him? Kyle Busch is leading this thing by a country mile.
Doing it today.
I didn't know Xfinity Racing was in NASCAR 15. Apparently it is. So we're going to have 10 laps to go here. It looks like we're going to have half a tank of fuel. I don't know if I should short fill on the last pit stop or not. We have to see when everybody else comes into the pits. Or maybe we can make it 10 laps as we dive to the extreme inside there. And actually pull off the move on Austin Dillon. Kind of surprised I was able to make it stick down there, but
Car in front's heading to the pit.
hey, whatever. We'll do it.
Clear
Get
on
it
the
done.
inside.
You hear a car in front is heading to the pits. Who is that going to be? We'll find out here in just a second, as McDowell and Burton had a bit of a slow up there, as well as Casey Kane and Brian Vickers. So we'll move all the way up into the fourth position with 3 cars directly ahead. Boyer once again leading the race. Looks like Busch and Newman just in front. We're going to maybe make contact with Kurt Busch. He turned us into the wall.
Oh, watch the wall.
Probably revenge for earlier.
Watch your mirror. He's coming up
But
fast.
we were able to maintain it,
The driver in first is 2 seconds ahead.
maintain position
Clear right side.
through the center of the corner. Burton looking to the outside. He's going to make the pass. Kind of shocking that he was able to pull that off, but he did it. So we're going to get the draft here and try to go after Newman and Boyer. Oh, we damaged the car, I just realized. I just noticed that. Probably from the Kurt Busch contact, though I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to save the car rather than look at damage. But it looks like the car is actually handling better because we actually are kind of green on this lap. So down into turn number 3 once again. Actually grabbed the brake that time. It actually killed a little bit of my momentum off of the corner. Kane still looking back there, but again, he's about half a second behind, actually gaining a little bit. Just heard 8 laps to go. We're definitely going to have to come in again. So I'm going to definitely do the right sides and a splash of fuel. That should easily get us to the end of the race. But I should absolutely stay out at this juncture because you just never
Car
know
in front's heading to the pit.
when a yellow is going to come out. And again, the yellow could very well be me, so it's best just to stay out. And it looks like we're going to get some laps led as well as
Looking really good, buddy.
a bunch of the leaders come into the pits, including Boyer.
7 to
So
go.
we will take the lead with, I believe the spotter said 7 to go, maybe 6 to go, depending on how you count laps. And every game seems to count laps differently. As we go just a little bit green in the sector, the whole lap's a sector. There's not really
Take a good
laps
look
that
at
are
that fuel
split
gauge,
up
buddy.
into
How many laps we got.
sectors, but looks like we can make it at least 2 more laps on the fuel, considering what we were able to do earlier in the race. And then it'll be a right sides only stop.
6 to go.
Splash of fuel. There is 6 to go, so it was 7 to go last time.
We can do this all day.
And I think I will come into the pits this time around, simply because of the fact that everybody else is pitted at this point, which means that this is the maximum amount of distance we're going to have out in front. So here we go, getting ready to come off into the pits, lifting, posting down in, hard on the brakes, 55.
Let's not get caught speeding on pit road.
Let's do
All right,
this.
this is supposedly going to be an 8-second stop. Will it be 8 seconds? Waiting on the tires. This should be quick. This should be quick. This should be quick. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Here we go, out of the pits. Car just a little bit slow on the exit.
Nice pit.
Okay, it's time to push that
Oh, I
pace
almost
down,
lost
buddy.
it.
Stay focused. We can do this. We having fun out there?
You have to go for it. Boyer is coming up behind. I really wish I hadn't spun the tires so much. Here comes Boyer, so it's going to be a battle for the
On the
lead.
bottom, 3 back.
Where's he going? He's going to the outside. I'm going to try to block him to the outside. Couldn't quite do it. We're going to get into him. Be a little bit dirty, whatever. Okay, we got to battle Boyer here into turn 3. Dive to the inside. Looks like we may be able to get to the inside. We do.
You're
We
good
take the
luck.
lead from Clint Boyer.
Right's all clear, bud.
Holy smoke. Here we go.
4 to go.
4 laps. It's a battle. It's a battle for the win here in NASCAR 15. Never really had a lot of these where it's actually turned into a fight at the end. We're up on our best lap at the moment, about a 10th, sneaking in between an even and a 10th right now on our best lap. Now through turn 3, not the best we've gotten through there according to the timing and scoring, but it doesn't matter. Coming up to 3 laps to go, I believe.
3 to go.
3 laps. So we were able to battle Boyer into turn 3. We got the pass done. And now, just trying to build that gap, go out next to the wall, just missed it. I think that gained Boyer just a little bit of time there. Not too much though. I'm running a little too high. I'm doing the Larson thing where he lost the race. I don't remember what track it was, maybe Fontana, where he ran too high. Well, I just did that there. Boyer really gained in that time. 2 laps to go, and here comes Boyer. Into turn 1, definitely got into the corner better. Can we get off of it better than Boyer? Looks like we did. Looks like we did. We gained a little bit of time there. Just a little bit of time, but we gained it. Now to turn 3. This time we got to run a little bit lower line because clearly low is fast in NASCAR 15. Right down underneath the white line just a little bit off of turn 3. And now coming to the white flag. Here comes the duel.
Come on, Victor Lane, buddy. This is it.
Can we pull it off in Michigan? I think we won here in the pit lane race, if I'm not mistaken. Or not the pit lane race, the victory lane race. And now here comes Boyer looking to the inside. Is he going to be able to pull it off? He is closing in. I did not get through 1 and 2 good at all.
Hard 2 back.
Here comes Boyer. Looking for it, looking for it. He tried into turn 3, didn't quite get there. We're underneath the white line, but it looks like we're going to pull it off. We're going to win at Michigan, this time winning it in a duel. Fantastic. What a race with Clint Boyer. What a race with Clint Boyer. And we're going to burn it down. Hey, you know what? Since this is so famous at this point, I'm going to do the burnout in victory lane. Yeah.
Soak it up, man. Great job today.
It didn't quite get it all the way around in the circle. And there we go. There is the burnout in victory lane. Full circle, everybody. I crashed into it the last time we came to Michigan, and we found it this time. Victory at Michigan. There I am coming out of the car. Another Ryan Newman fan. This time I beat him. Beat Ryan Newman in part of the duel for the victory. There I am in all the glory. Coming down, and let's get that trophy. So, another victory in NASCAR 15. The checkered flag flew. I led 10 laps over Clint Boyer's 16. Down through the rest of the field, Helio Castroneves ran the fastest lap of the race. Fantastic 6th place for him. And as we go down through the rest of the field, pit stops kind of affected how this race shook out. And the final cars were David Reagan, Eric Almirola, and Denny Hamlin. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. I found victory lane the proper way this time, and I didn't crash into it. We'll see you in the next video.